Yeah, so I wanted to ask you about that as well. I'm sure there's a lot of I kind of browsed your website and your portfolio and stuff. You got a lot of uh, kind of lines and mindsets and mantras that you live by that I want to ask you about. But speaking about football in particular, you
Yeah.
played football at Boston College under
Yes.
Tom Coughlin, who most people, at least if you're at least semi aware of the sports world or the NFL or college football, you've heard of Tom Coughlin. Yeah, before any of your professional career took off, you played
Yeah.
D1 college football. What is one thing that he drilled into you as a player that you still to this day utilize as a tool or a mindset?
Well, I think one of the best things that he did is he had what's called a concentration line. So it was literally a dotted line after you left the locker room and before you stepped on the field. And the rule was once you step over this imaginary line, the only thing you focus on is football. So there's no talking to your friend about like, oh my God, what did you get for number 3 on the history test? Or like, oh, are you going to take, Brittany to the bar on Friday night? It was only football. And I think that what he was doing, whether it was intentional or not intentional, is that he was making you understand that when you're on that field, you're going to have an identity as a football player, and more so than that, a Boston College football player. And I think that's a really, really important thing to know. And if that's the case, like now, one of the things like with studying that, kind of like the Maslow laws and that wonderful stuff, is that what your identity is comprised of is 3 things: your physiology, your focus, and your language. And I think you start having the physiology of a football player, you start having the language of a football player, and you start having the focus of a football player, you're going to probably be a football player. And that's awesome.
Yeah, so do you use some sort of like imaginary line today? Like when you step into your office, for example, it's time to focus on work, or when you step
Yeah.
into the
Mhm.
gym, is it time to focus on your workout? So you still use that like imaginary line thing?
I think that 1,000,000%, I really, it's not the imaginary line, it's more of the identity, right? This is workout John. This is podcast John, podcast JD, whatever it is that gets me in that place where I know what I want from my physiology. What is that I'm going to focus on? What is it that is going to be my language, right? Like, I am a great listener. I am going to deliver the message to the best of my ability so that I can pour into the people that are listening and to the host,
Right.
and I think if I'm training someone, I'm going to be the best trainer I can be. I'm going to have the physiology of a trainer. I'm going to be prepared with an incredible workout plan. Then I'm going to have the language like, hey, we can do hard things. Let's really concentrate on the form. Here's the pacing. It's a 4-to-2 ratio. We're going to go slow on the eccentric. We're going to be powerful on the concentric. I
Right.
think like whether it's even being a dad or being a friend, right? It's different, right? Like when I'm in mindset coach, John, I might be, quoting Marcus Aurelius, but I don't want to necessarily do that when I'm with my daughter and be like, Marcus Aurelius said, and it's like, Dad, I wanted some ice cream.